Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So I have my Martha Stewart notebook here, and I will link all the products down below that I can find. But I did already go ahead and swap out the discs for silver Happy Planner metal discs because I did not like the plastic ones that came on the Martha Stewart notebook. They were too small and they did not slide very well. I did do this off camera because it was very difficult snapping out the plastic discs and putting in the new metal discs. So I did go ahead and already complete that. I also pulled out the notes pages so that I could just pull them out. These do have a thinner stem than the Happy Planner punch usually punches. It's closer to the ARC brand disc punch, in case anyone is wondering how the Martha Stewart line lines up. I did go ahead and put this folder back in. This did come with the Martha Stewart notebook. As you can see, the notebook also comes with a closure as well as a pen strap, which I appreciate both of those features. The pen strap is not super big, so it would just hold a regular size pen. It does also have this front pocket where you can tuck important documents or things that you still need to punch and put in your planner, as well as some card or business card holders in the front as well. So this is my cover for this year. I do have last year's planner here as a reference. So as I put my new planner together, I can still go back and reference the old and possibly pull in some of the things that I have created for my 2024 planner. So I will keep this to the side as we build this. I do want to apologize if my desk is a little shaky today. My entire family is home, so I am hidden in my bedroom on a folding table so that I can get my planner put together for 2025. I did complete a review of my 2024 planner and what did and didn't work towards the end of the year. So if you want to revisit that, I will drop in a card. But I also discuss the sections that I'm interested in having for my planner this year as opposed to what I had last year. This year I will have 12 sections in my planner, whereas last year I had 18 sections in my planner to start the year. And although these are new tabs, they are the same brand that I used as last year. I do like how flexible they are, how thin they are, but how sturdy they are. These did last the entire year, and if I wanted to have repurposed last year's tabs to this year, I could have. But since I want my old planner to stay functional for another couple weeks, I will go ahead and get some new tabs going. I have already labeled them. I just used a clear label to put on the section title. I do have a Brother P-Touch, and this thing has come in handy. I did have to shrink down the font a little bit to make them fit just right, but this is my go-to labeler at home. So again, I have 12 sections in my planner this year. Let's go ahead and pop in the tabs, and then we will talk about the different sections in my planner. I am excited that my planner is going to get thinner this year. I kind of get sick of carrying so much weight in my backpack as I travel back and forth from work. And I do apologize for the glare. Let's start out with the title sheet. I just created this on my own. It does mirror a Happy Planner cover sheet. And then on the back, I just printed out free calendars. I think it's called Print a Calendar, but I will link it down below. And I printed out a 2025 and a 2026 calendar and printed them out on one sheet. For my monthly section, I am using the same monthly calendars as last year. And I'll see if I can drop all of these in at once. I do keep a whole year's worth of monthly calendars in my planner at once. I do like to be able to look ahead and look backwards. I do use Post-it notes to note any day in the future that I have not decorated yet, but I do like to decorate these spreads and go back and look at them from time to time. The reason why I love Squared Plan's monthly planner pages is because the boxes are quite large, but you can still read the numbers in them. And of course, a Monday start. She does make a Sunday start as well if you're more of a traditionalist, but my whole world starts on Monday. So when my monthly calendars didn't start on Monday, it really threw me off. So I appreciate the Monday start. And I will be coming back in the next week to decorate this January spread since we are only a week away from January. For my weekly section, I am going to leave this empty for right now. I am working on designing a new set of weekly spreads, and hopefully I will have those done in the next few days so that I can drop those in here. I am still debating on whether it will be a weekly overview or whether I will go into more daily pages here. I'm kind of getting sick of rewriting the same thing over and over again, so that is why I'm debating. I also debated what order my tabs should go in. I do have a routines, goals, and tracker section for my planner, and normally I would have put the goals first since the routines and trackers are related to the goals, but I did decide to put routines first, then goals, then trackers, but I may end up changing this up, and that's why I do like these P-Touch labels. I can just peel them off and print them out again, or sometimes they're sticky enough to just move them around, but they're not permanent, so if I do change my mind on the order, that is easy to do. If you saw my HB90 videos, you'll know that I am working on my routines and resets and consistency this year. So this section is a work in progress, but I did want to go ahead and get some things prepared for this year and then tweak them as necessary. This first sheet I printed out from Frankenplanner, and it is a habit tracker for every week of the year. There are 52 weeks on this sheet, but I just went through the first quarter and decided what I wanted to add to my morning routine each day. I will be working on building multiple routines, but my morning routine is the one that I want to focus on the most. So I started by putting in what time I wanted to wake up, and I gradually worked my way backwards to 4 o'clock. This used to be my normal wake up time, so I'm hoping that it isn't too difficult to get back here. Then I went in and dropped out when my workouts would be and how long. The first couple weeks are 60 minutes. I will not have to drive my daughter to school this first week, so this week is pretty easy. This second week, I will end up having to shower after I drop my daughter off at school, and that is not ideal because that gets me to work a little later than I'd like. But then we start moving backwards, and there are a few weeks where I'm going to have to hustle to shower. I do like to leave myself an hour to get ready. And although I can get ready faster than an hour, I don't like to rush in the morning. And then as you can see, starting in week 5, I start adding in additional items. And these things will layer on top of each other. So starting the week of January 27th, I will add supplements to my routine. And then on February 3rd, in addition to the supplements, I'll also start writing out my 1 line a day in the morning. And then the next week, I'll be visiting my planner, so I will just continue to layer these things in as the time moves back, and I could get a good feeling for how much time I actually have in the morning. I did used to be able to fit all of these things in my morning routine when I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I even worked out for longer than 60 minutes. So we'll just have to go through and see how far we get. And again, if this needs to be tweaked or adjusted, that's fine, but I want to have a good starting point. So that's the first sheet in my routine section. The next is just a breakdown of all the routines and resets that I want to make. But I want to be able to make notes, possibly note how long a specific item takes in one of my routines. For example, how long does it really take to clean the bathroom? Or for my skincare routine, how long does it actually take to walk through the 3 steps that I'm planning on doing? But I'm ready to lay these things out, start giving them a trial run, and adjusting as we go. But again, my morning routine is really the focus for Q1. Then the next item I have, this is also from Squared Plans. I can't remember what the layout type is called, but I will link this down below as well. But I was thinking that I would write the different areas of my life down here and sketch out which days I actually want things to happen so that I don't have to think about it every week. So which day do I want to dust and vacuum? Which day do I want to order groceries? Which day do I want to record the video that gets posted on Saturday? Each area of my life will get a row, and then I will be able to sketch that out. Again, I can print this as many times as I need. I am sure it will be a work in progress, but I need to have somewhere to start sketching this out. I have put my goals together for Q1. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate those into my planner yet. Currently, they are in my HB90 notebook, but I'm thinking about making a version of my vision board for this section, as well as a way to kind of check in with my quarterly goals at the end of each month. I do like having a monthly check-in for my goals, so we'll see what that looks like probably in the next video. Then I have a tracker section, and again, this section is a work in progress. It is hard to put all of my trackers together when I don't know exactly how my goals are going to look in my planner. So I did go ahead and print off a few items to try out. This first one is a habit tracker from Squared Plans, and I was thinking about writing all the items from my morning routine, and once I start them, to start tracking them. This tracker is only a monthly tracker, so I'm not really sure how much I would actually have written down the side in January. So we'll see if I use this. I may hold off on it until February. And then I have this 365-day tracker, and I have been using this for a few years. Some days it is fully colored in, other years it's pretty sparse. I am hoping to have it more colorful than not this year, but I color in one box each day that I close all 3 rings on my Apple Watch. And then these boxes track my weight throughout the year. The next tracker that I have is a 1,000-mile tracker. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I will start running in the new year, but I'm not sure if my body will cooperate or not. So we will go ahead and give this a try. Again, there are little tiny areas that you color in depending on how far you have run. So anywhere from 1 to 1,000. This tracker is my health tracker, and all of these stats come straight from my scale. So this is easy to track, and this is just one weigh-in a month. And then on the back, these are the daily numbers or the averages from my Apple Watch. Then I have a book tracker. Again, this is from Frankenplanner, and I forgot to print the list that goes on the back, but they do have 2 versions of the book tracker. There's this bookshelf as well as more like a spreadsheet version. And I usually do print that on the back, but I forgot to do that. So I will go back and print that. But I just color in or write the titles of the books as I complete them. Then last but not least is my Making All the Plans stats tracker, and I used this year. I did add a few sections in to track this year, but overall this has been working well for me. Then for my Making All the Plans section, I did simplify this a bit from last year, and I just dropped in that same monthly calendar that I use in the beginning of my planner, and it's from Squared Plans. I just like to have a place where I can pencil in ideas throughout the month before moving them into Notion. There's something about seeing it this way that I prefer over looking at it on a computer screen. So I definitely wanted to have this in my planner, but this is the only section that I have in making all the plans because I do track my stats in my trackers section. Then my home section is next, and I did print out a cover sheet for it, but I was also considering just moving my routine home maintenance over and not putting in a cover sheet. These other sheets from last year, all these tasks are getting moved to index cards that I'll be able to flip through and pick what I'm working on each quarter. So instead of putting this cover sheet in, I am just going to drop in this routine home maintenance sheet. And then I will be able to see it straight through the divider. You could choose to put something decorative behind as well, but again, I'm trying to keep my planner a little thinner this year. So this does need some tweaking, but for now I've just moved it over. This is one of my goals for this quarter, is to update this. Then for financial, I am just dropping in the same financial pages that I used as last year. So the financial section is the same as last year. I just use a spreadsheet-like tracker, and I have all of the bills down the side. I have my monthly and yearly subscriptions, income, savings, and any notes for things like my son's club soccer team, and they only charge you every other month for 6 months or something like that. So I would make a note of that here. And I just have one printed out for each month. Next up is my memory keeping section. This again is changing this year. I'm not exactly sure what I want to put in, but it didn't work for me last year, what I had in here. So I am just going to make this a work in progress as well. I would also like to put photo maintenance as part of like a monthly or weekly reset, especially since a lot of my videos live on my camera and those need to be cleaned off. The next section is my reference section, and instead of moving things over from last year, I did end up printing off some new items just since they had been in my planner for a year or more already. I am also getting rid of each of the kids' sections in my planner, so everything is going to fall under reference for now. So I have my academic calendars for this year and next year, including the other school that my son goes to in the mornings, and those will drop in here. I do not have next year's for his other school, so I will print that on this side when I get it. And then I also have the bell schedule for both my son and my daughter in here. And next year they will be at the same school. I'm thinking about just going in and handwriting what class they are in during each time slot though, just to make it a little bit easier. The next section, before I leave this section, I also have these perpetual calendars. These are from Squared Plans again, and I just need to make a fresh copy of the birthdays that I like to keep track of. Then the next section is my travel section. I don't really have any current plans for 2025, but I'm hoping that changes very soon. And then my notes section, I am just going to drop in this header sheet, and then I will drop in a few sheets from the original notebook. And as I need to, I will either pull some of these out and put other ones in. I do like to have a few copies of the dot grid layout, but I need to print some more of those off. So this is the basic structure of my planner for next year. I will come back in and fill in some other sections here in the next video. The 6 sections that I got rid of from last year's planner include my personal development, my passion development, 2 work sections and my kids sections. So those 6 sections are now gone from this planner, and I do feel a little bit better about the thickness of this. There is a little bit of room for growth, so the other sheets that I put in here will not overwhelm this planner, but I am excited about this notebook and how it will function as my planner this year. I do like the strap that will keep it closed. I like the pin loop. And let's just walk through the sections one more time. We'll start with the hello page, and then I have the monthly section with the squared plans monthly insert that starts on a Monday. Then I have my weekly section, which we will look at soon. Routines, I do have a few trial routines pages. My goals section is blank for now. Then I have a trackers section, which some are mine, some are from Squared Plans, and some are from Passion Planner. Then I have another monthly calendar in my Making All the Plans section. Then we come up to the home section where I have my routine home maintenance page. Then I have the financial pages where I can track all the bills and when they got paid. Then I have a memory keeping section, which again is blank for right now. My reference section holds all of the calendars, different birthdays. I may also drop in some meal planning ideas in here, but this is anything that I would like to keep in my planner that I need to reference on a regular basis. Then I have my travel section, which is blank right now just because I don't have any trips planned. And then a notes section where I can keep any blank pages, or if I need to scribble myself a note, I can keep it in this section as well. And then at the back of the book, I do have this folder so that I can keep any loose sheets until I get them punched and put in my planner. I also tend to keep any stickers that I'm using for a weekly spread back here in case I need some filler or some additional boxes. So this is my planner setup for 2025. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to be notified of the upcoming videos, also featuring my new planner, please hit that little bell notification symbol. But thanks for coming along with me. I hope that you're excited to get ready for 2025, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.